suffered from painful cycles probably since, I would say, the middle school age, about 13 or 14 years of age, and I just remember them being very severe. Couldn't attend school some days, and could barely walk on others, and sometimes as early as that age I would pass out. So I guess limited during that time, I guess, in just how I was able to participate in certain things, both in my mood and my physical abilities. So well, we were trying to get pregnant. I wouldn't say trying, I would just say open to being, I guess, to conceiving a baby, and we kind of just put it in God's hands for about a year or two. But after the first year, everything you read says, consult a physician if it hasn't happened in a year. So we just kind of went by that recommendation. I would say after that first year, I actually decided to go on the paleo lifestyle, and it just kind of fit better with my goal of keeping things more natural and not so, I guess, medical. Yeah. So by identifying patterns and it within the NaPro Technology, the natural family planning, the charting and everything, they were able to identify patterns for endometriosis, which pointed me in the direction, or steered me in the direction of having a laparoscopy, where they eliminated the endometriosis, and I started to feel better during my menses. And then they needed to, or I needed to supplement with HCG hormones, which is basically a self-injected hormone, which was very scary for me at first. And I even remember crying when they trained me, because it isn't psychologically natural for you to stick yourself with something. But I worked through it, and then when I finally worked up the courage a few months later after the training, I had the nurse walk me through it over the phone, and she was very helpful and worked out. And then sure enough, 5 weeks later, after some blood work, they said, "You're pregnant." When I went through my laparoscopy, I think one of the best or most comforting things as a patient being here at the VT clinic was when Dr. Calamaritas said a little prayer for me before my operation. It just made a world of difference. So I felt very comfortable here at the VT clinic. I think the staff does a really good job of just allowing you to go through your own experience, and very supportive with any question that I had throughout the whole process. And when I did get discouraged, because there were times where the charting was too much for me, or it just wasn't clicking with my schedule, and they would just reassure me that it's okay, you can work through this. And then my coach was really helpful as well. They were very supportive all the way through, from me figuring out my own bodily concerns, and throughout my whole pregnancy, they were just super supportive. And then I even had Christine, who's a doula here at the office. She was so amazing at our delivery, and during labor and delivery, it was just amazing. We owe her so much. So yeah, it was a great experience. When I first held my son, I just felt so complete. My husband and I looked at each other, and we couldn't imagine already our life without him.